relationship will be successful, your marriage will be sweet, and your home will be peaceful. So today we are looking at you and your in-laws. You and your in-laws. All right, we have established that marriage is beautiful. Marriage is something that we should all desire to go into, stay there, fully get the blessings of marriage. But the problem is that there are so many factors that can fight against we getting what we're supposed to get in our marriage. I think majorly that is the issue of misunderstanding or misappropriation of things. The Bible talks about living and cleaving. So in marriage, we're expected to live, then cleave. We're expected to leave our fathers, our mothers. We're expected to leave those ones and cleave to our partner. But the Bible did not tell us to throw them away. When we leave them, it does not mean that they do not exist. So my point today is, when you get married, as you leave your father, as you leave your mother, you should not forget that to an extent they are still there. What am I trying to say? That in-laws are those ones that are closely related, especially by blood, to your spouse, your wife, or your husband. And when you get married, you have been removed from your father, from your mother, but not that your family members before you got married, they have all been eliminated. They are still there, they are part of you, but when it comes to marriage, they are not in your marriage. Are you getting it now? Beautiful. So it is wrong for you to say that because you're married, you will not talk to your mother, you will not talk to your father, you won't relate with your brother and sisters. No. Or you say because you're married that nobody, your in-laws should not talk to you, should not come to your house, should not say anything to you, that it must be you and your husband, that your husband must not talk to his or her brothers, that your wife must not talk to his or her siblings. No, to her siblings. No. It is all wrong. You live and cleave. A time will come, we'll discuss the issue of cleaving. But in your living, yes, you have left them, but it does not mean that they are not there. That is what we want to establish today, because we have had so many cases where somebody got married, and for different types of indoctrinations, the person refused to talk to the mother or the father again, or the husband or the wife will insist that there should be no connection again. I think that one is outright error. And this moment in your family this week with Precious Caleb, we want to strike a balance so that you live a happy married life, and your in-laws will also be happy that you have become part of them. Now, let me say this. When you get married, either you're married out or you're married into a family, there is an expansion of the number of family members you have now. For example, when I got married, when all my sisters got married, automatically God has added more sons to my mother. So if you are counting the number of sons my mother has, automatically my mother now has extra sons, although those ones come as sons-in-law, but they are sons to him. To her. That means if my mother had 2 children, now my mother has more than 2 children. I hope you're getting it. So just know that when you get married, your in-laws, to an extent, will become part of the number of those that are related to you. Not that they will come and become part of your marriage, but they have become part of the number of people that are related to you in the family. I hope you got that. Now, and when you as a lady, when you get married, okay, maybe you were the only child, or you were just about 2 or 5 or 10 before you got married. Now, when you get married, the family you're married into, the members of the family, they will now become the extended number of family members you have, okay? Because when you travel out and maybe you get to a particular city and you're a bit stranded, and your husband's sisters or brothers are staying there. I hope you know that, wow, your family is there. Are you getting it now? Or when something is happening at a particular city, although you are not there physically, but immediately you hear that something happened to that city, your husband is not there, your children are not there, but because your husband's sisters, your husband's brothers, your husband's parents are staying there, it will touch you. You begin to ask, are you people okay? Are you safe? I heard that this. Oh my God. Even if they don't talk to you, you have a way of calling people that are related, somehow close to them, to find out if they are safe. That is what we are trying to say. That automatically they have added to the number of those that are related to you. They just don't need to come. They don't have to come and take the place of your husband or your wife. No. They don't have to come in and control the things you do in your marriage. No. But you cannot rule away the fact that they have become the added number of persons in your life. If you heard it, if you understood what I said, then you are getting blessed. All right, so what are those things we are supposed to know about our in-laws? Number one thing is this, that our in-laws are human beings. They have feelings the way we have. Oh, yes. Whether we are talking about your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your sisters-in-law, your brothers-in-law, even those that don't fall into sister or brother, maybe the cousins, those that are related to your wife or your husband, by birth, by blood, or by adoption, or anyhow, because they have been part of your wife or your husband before two of you decided to join together as one. Those ones, they are human beings. Anyhow you feel as a human being, let it be known to you that they feel the same way too. When you feel hungry as a human being, know that your in-laws feel hungry too. When you can be tired, know that your in-laws from time to time can get tired. If you know that sometimes you can be broke, you know sometimes you can be down, you know sometimes you can be emotionally shattered, that is exactly what is applicable in the case of your in-laws, because the fact I said here is that your in-laws are humans too. Are you getting what I'm saying? They're human beings. And what are those things that are characteristics of human beings? Number one is that they battle with life. They are subject to mortality. They can die, they can be alive, they can be sick, they can be hungry, they can have need, they can also offer assistance. So anything that human beings are prone to, are exposed to, those things are the things that your in-laws are exposed to. The way you sometimes feel like somebody should come and talk to you, somebody should stay with you, somebody should gist with you, somebody should, laugh with you. That is exactly the same way your in-laws feel, because they are humans. So it is not scriptural for you to assume that immediately you get married, your husband should not talk to his brothers or sisters, so that your wife should not pick calls from the mother or from the sisters or brothers. So no, that it is your two of you alone. Everywhere should be locked. Your wife's sister should not come and visit. Your husband's brothers or sisters should not come and visit. Excuse me, I'm not part of that too. So if you didn't learn anything from your family this week with Precious Caleb, learn that your in-laws are human beings. And human beings have feelings. Human beings have needs. Human beings can be emotional. Human beings can sometimes need company. One more thing I would like you to know about human beings, especially about your in-laws, is that your in-laws are not perfect. They are not infallible. They can make mistakes. They can make mistakes. What did I say? Your in-laws can make mistakes. They can fall into sin. They can say the wrong thing. They can do the wrong thing from time to time. Yes, we know where to draw balance. So when we get there, will know what to do. So just don't tell me, do you know what my sister-in-law said to me the other day? Yes, expect it that your sister-in-law from time to time, because she's human, can get angry and say nonsense. What is it, self? Who are you, self? Yes, I know it's applicable. We'll tell you how to handle those ones. But just tell yourself that you should expect such, that your in-laws are not infallible, that your in-laws can make mistakes, they can offend you, they can be aggressive at times, they can be annoying, they can as well be nice. Okay? Yes. So a little here, a little there. You should accept that as reality. Your in-laws are not perfect. Just the way you are, just the way your husband is not perfect, just the way you are not perfect towards your own in-laws. So just know that everybody is managing you the way you are managing others. If I'm blessing you, then I know I'm doing a good job. The Lord bless you. Precious Caleb is my name. I'm the one hosting you here. Today's Sunday in your family this week with Precious Caleb is an arm of Family on Focus International, where we try to reach out to the singles, the married, the separated, the divorced, and the widows. Our major desire is that the relationship will work, your marriage will be sweet, and your homes will be blessed. Okay? Because relationships, homes, marriages, they need to be, they need to be recovered, okay, established and helped to grow. All right, I'll tell you another thing you must know is this, that how do I say this one? I've said before that your in-laws can be nice, your in-laws can be offensive, your in-laws can sometimes say things that will annoy you. Your in-laws can also offend you from time to time. Before I started this talk, I said I was mixing something. My sister-in-law sent that to me. Yes, my sister-in-law will build something to me. We may not be seen all the time, but from time to time, we talk on phone, we chat, if there is anything I'm doing she likes, she will project it. If there is anything she's doing I like, I project it, okay? Yes, because she can be nice, in-laws can be nice, in-laws can also offend you. But you should accept that they are not perfect, okay? Yes, they are not perfect. I want you to establish that. But I expect you to open your arms and accept them in their imperfection. But we are coming to where you are afraid of. Don't worry, we'll get to that point. Yes. I know somebody will say, Mama, do you know what they can do? Do you know? I know, my dear, I know. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. But on your own, let it not be that you are the one, that you are the one drawing lines, saying lie. My in-laws must not come to my house. Let it not be that you are the one saying lie. I cannot talk to my in-laws. No. Let it be that you are the one that is showing them the life of Christ, that you are the one that is showing them that there are still decent in-laws, like son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Let it be that when they are talking about you, no matter the lies they want to tell about you, at the back of their minds, they will say, our sister's husband did not do anything wrong. Let's just forget. Our brother's wife did not do anything. No, it's just that. Let it be that at the back of their minds, they know that you are not the one sending them away. Why? Because they are human. They can make mistakes. They can be nice. They can be offensive. Anything you can see in human beings can be found in your in-laws too. Okay? All right. Am I helping you now? Are you beginning to calm down? Beginning to calm down? Are you coming down small? Yes. Now, I want you to know that your in-laws need your forgiveness. Oh my God. Why did I say that? I said that because I want you to live a happy life. Yes. Your in-laws need your forgiveness. If your in-laws have offended you, there is nothing wrong with you forgiving them. Now, let me strike a balance. There is nothing wrong with you forgiving your in-laws, but there are some lines you need to draw. That is where I'm coming to now. If my in-law, for example, if you're my in-law and I caught you twice trying to poison my food, or severally I caught you with knife trying to stab me. I'm giving you an example. Or severally you have arranged for people to come and beat me up. I'll forgive you, but I'll become more careful dealing with you. Are you getting it now? Yes, at that, I may not allow you to go to my kitchen again. We will not quarrel, but I'll devise a means of keeping you away from my kitchen, from my food. Have I forgiven you? Yes. But am I wiser now? Yes. I am wiser now. I am more careful. I am stronger. Are you getting it now? So when you are opening your arms, I told you, your in-laws are humans. They can be tempted. They can be used of the devil. But let it not be that you open your eyes and make yourself victim of the devil's use in them. Okay, you have seen that this particular in-law or these in-laws, they are after you, they're after your life, they're after your marriage, they're after your children, they're after this everything. Yeah, they're just frustrating you. And they want you out of that marriage. They want to kill you. They want to destroy you. You have known that, not that you are assuming, not that you're suspecting. You have established facts on that. Yes, you can forgive them. If there is need to talk with them, you can talk with them. If there is need to call them, if there is any danger where they are, you can send message across and say, I learned that there is this thing coming to your side though, that they just announced that there will be, landslide that side. Please see how you can adjust yourself. Yes, they offended you. In fact, they even made sure that you didn't get visa while traveling out. They were the ones that, propagated evil against you and you lost your job. Okay. Yes, they said so many things against. In fact, they caused pains. So they had access to your document. They took your documents. They went and forged things against you, and you were arrested and detained. Oh, good and fine. Now that you are out, you should be stronger. You should be wiser. You should be smarter. What are you supposed to do? Forgive them. But will you allow them to have access to your documents again? No. Will you allow them to know your movement when you're traveling out, when you're traveling in, when you're going to the embassy? Will you tell them everything like you used to tell them before? No. Is it because you hate them? You don't hate them, but you're just being a better Christian. Because Jesus said that it seems that the children of this world are wiser than the children of light, which is an error. So you as a child of God, you should know when to say, Jesus, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to make this mistake again, but I'm not going to carry bitterness against my in-laws. I'm going to be a better Christian. Maybe through my lifestyle, God is going to bring them closer to himself. Are you getting it now? Now, I wanted to say something, that in as much as we accept, we relate with them, we must not annoy them, knowing that they have become extended members of our family. I think I've said it before, that they have increased the number of those that are related to us. Yes, we should from time to time call them. We should from time to time send gifts to them, even if they have the whole world. When you send gifts to your in-laws, it's not because you have more than they do. No, you're only trying to show love. You are only trying to extend love to them. It's not because they don't have. Even if they don't have, it's still okay. In fact, if they don't have, you have more work to do. If they have, from time to time, even if to send text and say, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Or you just come and say, hey, I just say my flash you as I don't get credit to my just flash you. May not forget my number. In-law. Life becomes sweet and easy. It is not a fight. But when you notice that there are ones that are after your life, that are after some sensitive things about you, what should you do? Forgive them, or be wiser, be smarter, be more sensitive, be stronger. Are you getting it now? Now, let's say this. There are some people that they allow their in-laws to come in and take over things happening in their marriage. I've come today to tell you that it is wrong. There is no reason why my brothers or my sisters will come to my own marriage and be dictating. They can only suggest if there is anything and be dictating for me what to do or what not to do. In-law, mbamba, eroni, ifono, da, no. Your own is to play advisory role. If there is any challenge you witness in your sister's marriage or in your brother's marriage, you pray for them, and if there is need, call brother, call sister and say, hi, I beg, I know sometimes marriage can can be sometimes our partners can offend us, but this one, I'm begging you in the name of God, please do it this way. I'm not insisting that you do, but please, I wouldn't want you to have, please do it this way. When it comes and I beg, oh, let it be that you as in-law, you are showing sincere interest in the workability of your sister's marriage, in the workability of your brother's marriage. You as the brother-in-law, you as the mother-in-law, you as the brother-in-law, if any input you're making in your sisters, in your daughters, in your sons, in your brother's marriage, if that input is to scatter the marriage, I tell you, you are not of God. And my advice is that your son-in-law or your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law should dig a very big gully that will separate you from their marriage. And you, anytime your mother says, anytime your brother says, anytime your father says, anytime your sister says, or your village people say, whatever they say, you say, now my in-law say, the marriage is between you and your husband. The marriage is between you and your wife. Those ones out there can only influence your marriage if you allow them to. And the area of the influence they have in your marriage is determined by the room you afford them. If you allow them to influence your marriage beautifully, it's going to happen. If you allow them to influence your marriage on the other side, it's going to happen. So anytime your in-laws are trying to influence your marriage, ask yourself, this influence they are bringing, is it going to work out joy between me and my husband, between me and my wife? Is it going to bring peace? Is it going to help us to grow in love? Is it going to help us to build this marriage? Is it going to tear us apart? Is it going to make us to be having friction all the time? Is it going to help us to be better Christians or more civilized people? Whatever answer you get will determine the decision you're supposed to take. When you are staying with your wife and your father or your mother come and gives you order to leave your husband or your wife and come to the village or come to them, tell them, wait. Me and my husband, we are now one. Me and my wife, we are now one. There is no need trying to separate us. If it's not going to benefit this our union, can we just suspend it for now? You understand? And do you know that your in-laws will have more respect for you when they notice that you are respecting the sanctity of that your union by keeping them where they should be and upholding the beauty, the glory, the honor, the admiration available or attainable in the marriage. When your in-laws see that whatever they say is what you do, they won't have respect for you. They won't have respect for your wife. They won't have respect for your husband. Except except the wife or the stubborn, that is the wife or the husband, they are the stubborn type that even if they don't accept them, they know what they are doing and they will stand and take their rightful place. If not, when you allow your in-laws to carry you up and down, to toss you up and down, to dictate to you what to do, when to talk to your wife, when not to talk to your husband, what to do, how to do, and things like that, your in-laws will definitely know that you are not matured for marriage. But when you help them to understand that you appreciate them being around you, that you like them, you admire them, that they are good, that you're happy that they are there, because without them, maybe you wouldn't have seen that your beautiful wife, or you wouldn't have met your beautiful husband, yes, that you appreciate it, but they should please rather help two of you to build this union and not bring it down. And anything that are bringing to that your union that will make that union to have problem, that you don't like it, and respectfully don't like it, and you tell them that, okay? Yes, you tell them that. So in all I'm saying today, my point is this: accept your in-laws, appreciate your in-laws, admit that your in-laws are humans, that are infallible. Also know that there are some boundaries your in-laws must not cross. That boundary must be set to ensure that your in-laws will not come and start controlling your marriage and start, dictating what you do or what you don't do to your spouse, to your partner. And don't forget also that there is spiritual angle to this thing we call marriage. Yes, the Bible said that in the latter days, many shall be forbidden to marry. To be forbidden to marry, just like saying, sometimes there are some in-laws that may not like your husband, that may not like your wife. There are some people that may not like you. You listening to me now. Maybe your in-laws don't like you. No matter what you do, they don't like you. And you cannot explain why they don't like you. Oh yeah, let me tell you what to do. You see your knees? You see here? Your knees. Lekato kappa. You see your knees? Use your knees and put them where they belong. Stand up in the night and call on God. In the night, in the daytime, in the morning time, in the noon time, call upon God, because the word of God said that your foot shall not be moved, except it's not God that brought you there. If your in-laws are giving you trouble, you can private chat me. You just need to put them where they belong by prayer. But physically you are nice to them, but you are fighting because God is interested in your marriage. And that marriage is like a garden God has put you in to take care of and to defend. And if you are too weak to defend your marriage, then your in-laws will even see you as tissue paper. So what are you supposed to do? On your knees, pray for your marriage, fight for your marriage, put your in-laws that are disturbing you where they belong. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So that you can hold your wife, your husband, and build a generation for the Lord. Because Satan is after your marriage, and Satan can do anything, can offer anything to make sure that your marriage goes down. Because it is in your marriage that godly seed will be produced, and those seed are the ones that will bruise the head of serpent. And Satan is aware of that, and he will want to use anybody that is close to your heart, anybody that can influence your emotion, to attack your marriage, to attack your wife, to attack your husband. And if you allow it like that, then Satan has won the battle to an extent. But I pray for you today that the wisdom of God will strengthen you, will bail you out, that no matter the challenge coming your way in the name of marriage from your in-laws, that God will help you to scale through. I'm enjoying my marriage, I'm enjoying my in-laws, and anybody that is close to me should also try as much as possible to stretch forth hands to reach out to in-laws. Receive love from them as you give them love. Is a way of building all of you together, because what matters most, listen, what matters is the life after life. That is when we close our eyes in death, what will come after us when we go there, or when rapture takes place. You now see yourself here doing what? And you're dragging what? With your in-laws. You can't make that mistake, because I have told you today that it is possible for you and your in-laws to enjoy beautiful relationship. Just to make sure that you draw a line where they will not cross. My sisters cannot cross some lines in my marriage, no matter how close and intimate I am with my sisters. My brothers cannot do that. Just that I must acknowledge that they are part of me. And my sisters in-laws and my in-laws, all of them, there are lines they will not cross. And I know that, they too should understand.